might just be the solo main at this point. I have not caught up with Loaf in quite a bit of time, so this will be a catch-up for me on commentary.
Yeah,
but Ned has been playing a lot of Sephiroth. It's been pretty well publicized at this point. Doing really well with the character, both online and offline.
Yeah, he's sort of the living evidence that Sephiroth is a top-tier character at this point. I feel like he's really just showing how strong of a neutral the character has, and how strong of a player Ned is,
and how important having the strength in neutral is for your just tournament prospects, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because there are definitely more characters. There are characters that are more bursty than Sephiroth.
Yeah.
But like taking this control in neutral is a big deal here.
He just controls so much space. You have to respect just like a lot of his stuff when you're at that tipper distance from his sword.
And the thing is, he has options even when you're not in tipper distance. Like if you're in close range, that nair comes out so fast.
Yeah, that too. Well, yeah, from his position to the end of his sword is just super threatening. And then, of course, he just has the pressure that he can get from his side B, and just so much like stuff you have to look out for. Like his grab game is very strong as well. I've found. Ooh.
Oh, but that's the advantage that Loaf has here, right? Is that Sephiroth is a very light character, so a lot of these kill confirms from Wario are going to be active much earlier than they would be on a lot of the rest of the cast.
Ooh!
Oh, but Ned let that rip. A great DI from Loaf.
I'm surprised Wario's still alive. That was a long charge def smash.
Wario is a heavy customer.
It's a heavy boy. Ooh, ooh.
And the one wing is already active on the second stock from Ned, as he hasn't even taken the first from Loaf.
Coming down with the down air. Not wasting any time dealing with any juggles.
And you got to be quick on the fastball in order to come out with those aggressive defensive options, right? Because that's the way that Sephiroth works, is he's going to snipe those aggressive defensive options if you're slow on them.
Yeah.
But
Loaf has a really strong lead and Waft right now. This is pretty scary. I feel like he's gonna hold on to it for this stock, and maybe save it to maybe snag an early kill on Ned's last stock if he manages to get it.
Well, so that's interesting, right? Is I come from the Smash 4 background where like you take the first stock and then you burn the Waft on the second.
Yeah.
So there's a more of a mind game involved here in Smash Ultimate where it's a 3-stock game. If you burn the Waft early, you'll have it again in the last stock, last hit scenario.
Yeah.
So that Waft economy does come into play, especially as we're getting into those like sneaky situations. But Loaf does not look interested in burning that at all. He's gonna try to find the stock another way. Ooh! Ned had a plan there where he wanted that fireball to just linger on the bike.
Yeah, I really like extending the time of your active hitbox for using bikes and items in general. It can lead to some tricky punishes.
At the same time here, okay, Ned's dash attack will not quite kill Wario on the second stock. I feel like a stray Waft will just get the job done here for Loaf. Let's see. No, he does not pull the trigger.
Yeah, that dash attack is pretty unsafe. I'm wondering if he was just worried it wasn't fast enough, or if he just had those nerves from being so far in bracket.
I mean, risk and reward.
Yeah.
Right. So take it slow.
Your opportunities will come, essentially.
Loaf was so good in the set previously, right? Where he just took his sweet time and then he found like the sweet opportunity to pull off the Waft to win the 2-1 set versus Apollo Kage. It was excellent play, and I think he'll also wait to pull the trigger here as well. Ooh. All right.
Loaf not messing around with any of Ned's shenanigans on the ledge, which I feel like he's really good at. Being able to be really slippery on the ledge and not really being able to get edge guarded super easily, using that sword to stall and sort of go at an unusual time that you wouldn't normally expect. I think that's a really good skill that Sephiroth has that most characters don't really have.
Right. So. Well, you can stall with the forward air theoretically as long as you want.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you get red on that,
Oh,
then
well,
you're gonna be
yeah.
in trouble.
It's just you don't see too many people just jumping down and challenging it. So I think Ned knows that. And this doesn't bother. But apparently, all that changed just a couple seconds ago.
So Loaf takes a 1-0 lead, and this is going to be a run back on Pokemon Stadium 2.
That's been a popular stage today.
Just today?
Well, every day. But I feel like I've seen it like 5 times in a row, starting from like the Super Dam set.
Most days this is a popular stage. I'm the player who plays Byless, so this is not a popular stage for me, but it just particularly matters for what your character is. Yeah, really going for those tech chases. Both of these players are. When you see a Wario in a post-nerf meta, remember that up tilt was nerfed pretty significantly from Wario.
Yeah, that was a sad day for Wario mains. Like, it used to just be so ruthlessly active that you could just hold it out and it basically beat most approaches from the air. Now you just have to
killed from across Pokemon Stadium.
I think that was some poor DI.
Had to be.
Yeah. Because he just went straight to the left.
Ned answers right back though, so we have a two-stop game each.
Oh man, I love just the way they're sort of dancing around each other at these early percents. Really sort of navigating around each other's options. The micro spacing is just really impressive to me.
That's the thing that Wario's Nair and his aerial drift have always been good at, is micro spacing.
Yeah, his airspeed is crazy.
When you hit the first hit of Wario's Nair across someone's shield, it's not necessarily clear if you're going to end up on either side of it.
Yeah, he's really good at being ambiguous when it comes to like crossing you up or just crossing you up.
A lot of characters it's really obvious, but
Yeah.
not here on Wario. But at the same time, Ned has a really good option out of shield that can potentially answer all options of that.
Yeah. Some characters don't care about cross-ups.
Forward throw won't quite get the job done.
Ooh, that was looking like it might have hit. I was clenching my teeth there.
The lingering hits of those up B when you charge the shot would have clashed with the bike, I think.
Yeah, the Oxy Slash. Ooh, another dash attack stealing out the second stock.
I will always remember that tweet that said, if your dash attack kills, you're carried. And that I'm remembering that moment right now. And both these characters dash attack kills, and so here we are in winners semifinals.
Yeah, where are my Ridley mains at?
And we saw Ness dash attack kill
quite a
several
few times
in the last set. You know, Ridley might be the exception to prove that rule. But here we are. Last stock game between these two, and Ned has control of that Pokemon ball, or Pokeball in the center of the stage.
That's definitely the place to be when you're at a high percent. You're trying to maintain stage control. It's a nice little diagram.
Yeah, it just says hold this center, and you'll just be an advantage the rest of this game.
Ooh, not approaching the shield. Loaf demonstrating a lot of patience right now.
Both of them are.
Yeah, they're oh.
The dash attack almost carried him to the end of the game. Oh, but he finds the waft on the comeback mechanic. Ooh.
They can't nerf it out. They can't stop him.
2-0 lead for the Invader here as Ned finds himself with his back against the wall.
Chicago in shambles right now.
Shambolic. Let's see how Ned responds. I think it was another immediate run back to the stage, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
more PS2.
Let's see what we got here. Ned, his slow and steady wins the race strategy has been answered by the burst options from Loaf in both game 1 and 2.
Yeah, he's really just been not minding, just wrapping up those stocks with just surprise dash attacks, and after like lots and lots of conditioning, obviously, to keep him out.
Well, that's the thing, right? is you can only play patient for so long.
Yeah, eventually you have to approach.
Especially, like, that applies to all Smash games. It applies to Melee, it applies to Brawl, it applies to Smash 4. But especially applies to Ultimate, where, like, the burst options can just give you so much reward.
Yeah.
And
especially since you can do so many actions out of a run in this game compared to other games. Like, pivot boosting's a thing now. That's a really cool mechanic that I like. Ooh.
And that's the thing about Sephiroth. You know, he will always be viable, I think, as long as he exists and as long as his meta is being developed so much. But he might just be more viable on paper than he is in practice a lot of the time. Just do that same shake philosophy that applied in Smash 4, where it's like, you know, you could be totally viable, but then you just get, you know, DK cargo throwed 3 times, and then that's the end of the set.
One of those characters whose potential just seems very high. And
absolutely.
Yeah. I feel like a good player really just amplifies those characters more than most.
And Ned's a fantastic character, and that was a gift from the gods here for Ned in game number 3, as he finds himself in a 3-stock-to-1 advantage on the ledge. Let's see if he can turn this into a 3-stock victory, but no, not quite yet.
Woo. I'm surprised that Ox Slash didn't hit.
You know, that's weird because, like, Loaf was nowhere near that, and you're like, I'm surprised that didn't hit.
Well,
that move is so big. Yeah. It's just like, it's just gigantic.
Yeah, you feel like it's going to hit another, like, the setup next to you. It's just like, you see it, like, miss once, and you're just like, oh, okay.
So I think Loaf is going to have to burn this waft to bring himself back into this game.
Yeah, definitely. I think he definitely needs to change that neutral mentality from Ned to being like, you know, like oh, never. Whoa, I was gonna say even stop. Oh,
that one's definitely gonna get
stop
done.
Interrupting me, Ned. I'm trying to commentate.
Second one's the charm for sure here. That up air was a very strong move, but you know Wario's pretty heavy, so I understand why that was like a close call. But that up smash hits like a truck.
Yeah, he was spacing him really well. Those sweet spots every time.
Game number 4 in this one semi set between 2 of them. And it looks like Loaf is not going to break the Pokemon Stadium 2 rule. We're going to stay right here, maybe for the rest of the set, even if it goes to game 5.
Yeah, I'm honestly just excited to see what direction this game is going to go. If Loaf is going to adapt back after Ned's adaptations, or, you know, if Ned's just going to carry the momentum all the way to game 5.
There was a little, I would call that a little bit of an SD from Loaf.
Well, yeah, there was that. But, you know, it was a solid lead.
There's still plenty to be written in this set, though.
Absolutely.
No matter what you say. And Ned gets the grab and pushes his corner advantage here.
Oh,
he went down there, man. He went down.
That's such a neat edge guard. I feel like it's so threatening that he just has that option at any point in time.
That move is just, again, it's so big and it's so active.
And it travels so far. It's like basically the entire, oh. All right. He makes it back.
Another 3-stocks-to-1 situation for Ned.
Got both those jumps though. Oh, no tech. Oh my.
Huh?
I think he stole his jump.
Had to. And that must have been like a minute or less in the game because that waft just carried.
I didn't see
Loaf
Bike
nowhere.
either.
I think Loaf thought that the waft would get him out of the corner of the ledge.
Interesting.
Weird. All right, so we will have a counter pick. The counter pick is Battlefield.
Change of pace.
I'd be shocked if anyone could change their character at this point. Ned obviously has, you know, like a Pokemon trainer in the pocket. He has a lot of characters in the pocket. Zero Suit Samus is in the pocket.
I've never seen a Zero Suit Samus. I've
It was
really only seen
pre-quarantine.
Oh, okay.
So if you're a post-quarantine baby, which is now a new thing, you got people showing up and like, oh, I only watched Wi-Fi. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
That's weird.
It's pretty hard to play Zero Suit Samus on Wi-Fi. So,
Yeah.
like, I'm confident that Ned could bust out the Zero Suit at any time. But it's just not going to happen right now.
Yeah, no, not in Game 5. It's not normally you see a character pick after you've saved the same character for all 4 games.
Yeah, might as well stick with it. Loaf playing the corner advantage pretty well here, but one little slip-up means that Ned's back on the stage.
Ned just keeping up this very passive pressure where he just sort of has the circle around him.
He uses his movement to create pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. He's just like, just has a threatening presence. He just makes it known that you don't want to approach him. Or especially when you're at such a dangerous percent. It's just like you are going to lose your stock if you mess up here. I want you to know that, and that just sort of pressures you into maybe making a decision you might not have in a controlled environment.
Absolutely, and he uses movements like that where it looks like he might like fake a back air, and then the back air would land and auto cancel into the ground.
Yeah.
Versus the back air actually coming out.
Yeah, the noise comes out even.
To mix up his opponent.
Yeah.
And that's what led to this first stock.
Man.
And I feel like that's something he's done like throughout his entire career, but it's just so much more prevalent on Sephiroth because the moves are laggier. And I feel like that's kind of a cop-out for us to say on the commentary side, right?
Yeah, obviously.
It's like the character's laggier, so he looks better. But I think it's actually true.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like you might have seen that from like his Charizard back in the day. That kind of passive behavior where you're just threatening this, like what could happen, and using your movement to.
Oh, on Charizard, it's absolutely viable. Where like you fake a back air and then you do another back air, or many of Charizard's other aerials.
Yes.
And as we've been talking about just the like specifics of Ned's neutral, he's like bled out Loaf for 130%. Like you don't think it's added up to this much because that's the way it works, right? Is you use this movement to like kind of chip away at someone, but then all of a sudden a dash attack kills at 150.
That's a that's a full
short hop nair in neutral.
I mean, he timed it really strange. I would never have expected it.
I mean, we all got hit by that.
Yeah.
But sometimes you need that ace in the hole, but it might just not be enough here for Loaf.
Does he have waft? I can't tell if he has max waft. Oh,
he has not spent a single waft this game, so it's got to be max.
Oh.
And the burst movement of the dare is so good at just interrupting any kind of advantage state that Loaf has off of the throws.
And just, again, like all things Sephiroth does, covers so much space. Ooh. Loaf being able to react to that and DI out the back throw.
This is a tough spot for Loaf.
Oh, yeah.
How do you approach Sephiroth in this situation where he's camping onto the platform? And putting pressure on the shield there with a down smash, so close to poking.
I feel like Loaf just has a lot of pressure on him now, especially after he had like a 2-game lead, and then suddenly you're just at game 5 all of a sudden. You don't want to drop something like that. There's just a lot of stakes on the line right now.
On the opposite side, if Loaf can find this kill, Loaf can get the second kill.
Yeah.
Because
it's Wario.
If you keep that waft in the pocket, anything's possible.
Yeah, I think he knows that. He's definitely.
Ned's also moving with that in the back of his mind, right? He's playing all the way across the stage right now. Ooh. But it doesn't matter because that up air crosses the entire stage as Ned moves on to winners finals with the reverse 3-0 victory over Loaf.
That was a really fun match to watch. It's always a pleasure watching Ned Sephiroth. Just like his movement, his ability to whiff punish and stuff, always impressive. It's always like inspirational almost. It makes you want to